As a chef, I love street food. I respect the authenticity, history, and hard-working people who create these amazing dishes. I'm going to share with you some of the best street food eats of Asia. Saigon, Vietnam.
Now this is how you transport to street food stall. On the back of a bike.
If you need more heat, pump some air and then it heats up the stock pot and it's boiling. Oh, it works.
Bangkok, Thailand.
There's not a better street food snack than this.
Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
All right, that will do it.
Oh, look at that. And Jakarta, Indonesia.
It's like a nasi goreng festival in Jakarta. The street food of Jakarta. Awesome.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
5:30 a.m. I'm up this early because this is when Saigon comes alive. Everyone gets up at the crack of dawn to go to the market and to have breakfast. My favourite time of the day. So I need to get to this street called Nguyen. You can get a taxi, you can walk, or you got these little motorbike taxis called saigon, and they're everywhere. I know. They're the most affordable way to get around. They cost around $1 or 50 cents. I know bây giờ đi đường Cô Giang nha. All right, off we go. Saigon traffic's not too bad this early. You just weave your way through the traffic. I'm in the corner of Day Tam and Nguyen Street, where I'm almost getting run over. This is fantastic. There's food everywhere. Butchers are here, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. Now, I'm looking for a place. It sells bun, tet nung, nam nung. There's no name to this store. Just look for number 83 Nguyen and you'll find it. Wow. I mean, you can just smell it all the way down the street. Now what they do, once it's charred beautifully like that, they cut off just the blackened parts so it doesn't get a little bit bitter. Just cut that off slightly. So, vermicelli noodles, some perilla leaf, some fish meat, some lettuce, some bean sprouts, very, very fresh. Ooh, he's going to put some spring rolls in there too. Cucumber, pickled vegetables, so carrot, daikon, spring onion oil, with a bit of pork fat, pork crackling, peanuts as well. Great texture, and this lovely sweet fish sauce. Bây giờ ngồi đâu? Thanks. They're trying to look after me, you know. That pork is unbelievable. It's caramelized, it's smoky. You know that marinade had a bit of honey in it. So much flavour. Fresh. See how hot it is, right? Soybean milk, freshly pressed this morning. I'm going to have one with a bit of ice. Back in Australia, we'll pay a good $1 each for these limes. Chào cô. Cái này bán bao nhiêu một ký? 10.000 một ký hả? $10,000 per kilo. That's less. Just 10,000. It's like 20 cents a kilo. Whoa. Check this out. This is when you come. What are these? Yam. Mắc của con gì? Wow. Pig's eyes for breakfast, anyone? This is what I love about coming back to Vietnam and Saigon. It's the real Vietnam, you know? It's how my parents used to live. They used to come out here every morning, buy some meat in the morning here from the butchers, throw it on the scale. How old are these scales? Cái này là bao nhiêu năm, mấy năm rồi? Mấy chục năm. 30 years this scale. Passed down from generation to generation. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I don't know about you, but I appreciate things like this. It's always Oh, wow. This is a Vietnamese donut store. This is fantastic. People have been coming with their motorbikes non-stop, buying donuts for breakfast. She's made the dough so they can stick together with a bit of water, stretch it out, slide it in. And what I love about these stalls is they're on wheels, right? So she'll start really early in the morning, sell it to all these busy customers here, and then she'll wheel it to the next location, maybe around 9 o'clock. When that's done, wheel it to the next location. It's genius, really. So it's hollow in the middle, really crunchy on the outside. Lovely. Originally from China, it's called jiao wei. Now you find that all the stores are scrambling away because the authorities have come and they need to push their cart to another place or else they'll get fined. So they see uniform and they'll go to another street. Now this street here is called Day Tam Street, right in the middle of District 1. Look for number 92, all right? Come check this out, wow. And here we have bun cot, rice flour, turmeric powder, coconut milk, prawns, pork, some bean sprout. Very crispy and soft on the inside as well. Three-seater restaurant. You're going to take a seat, a piece of lettuce, fish mix, a bit of Vietnamese mint as well, some basil. And you put these tiny little, look at that, tiny little parcels in there. You just wrap it up. Of course, you've got your little nook jump. Dip that in. So good. The texture of the lettuce, the mint, and also the little bun cot. Unbelievable, really. Now, when the French colonised Vietnam, they introduced some incredible things to the country. There's the baguette, the great architecture, of course, and coffee. It's called Café Soda, Vietnamese iced coffee with condensed milk. What we have here, we have the little filter. I've got the coffee in there, around 2 tablespoons of Vietnamese coffee, which is a bit more robust. It's nutty, it's chocolatey, it's a bit caramelly as well. Hot water, I'm going to compress that down. Now under here, I have condensed milk, around 2 teaspoons of condensed milk. Put that on top. And I'm going to pour around 10 mils of hot water. Now just let that steep through the coffee beans, absorb the water, and then we're going to pour the rest of the hot water in. You put your filter onto the lid. I'm going to mix that up. Look at that deep, dark colour. Love it. Oh, forget about your macchiatos, your latte, your cappuccino. Café Soda is where it's at. It's 7 in the morning and I arrived to District 3, to a laneway called M51, and you can see it's already really busy. Now this place here specialises in breakfast. You have to get here early or else they sell out. Now look at this laneway. It's very Saigon. I love the warm walls, and wow, looking around me, it looks incredible. So what that is French baguette or Vietnamese baguette with fried eggs, opla eggs, sunny side up, with a charcuterie plate. I cannot wait. I'm here with Mr. Gu, who I've just met, and he's telling me he's been coming here since he was at school, since 1971. He's been coming here every day, and he's been telling me that this dish was inspired by the French when they came over, and the dish is called Junga Opla. Opla, in French it means opla, which means sunny side up. We've got pate, we've got mayonnaise, we've got sausages, we have some pork terrine from the north, from all over Vietnam, and it's all on this one plate. So the Vietnamese way of having this dish, a bit of fresh chili, is a bit of soy sauce on the eggs, and then get your crispy baguette and just dunk it in that beautiful sunny side up. A little bit runny, it has to be a bit runny, which means the opla style. Bit of pate, bit of ham and sausage. Fantastic breakfast. Now, Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, has 24 districts. And here, I'm in District 4. It's right next to District 1. It's the smallest district out of all of them, but it's where you should come for your lunch. Now look at what I have here. Beautiful street, quite small, with all this grilling and smoke and aroma. Absolutely amazing. It's called Li Guk Kung. I'm at around number 154 to find one of my favourite rice dishes, Gong Tam Beef Soup Ja. Oh, there it is. Cơm tấm one. Cái này ướp gì vậy? Tươi á hả? I'm just asking what the marinade is because it looks quite milky, and she said it's actually fresh milk. So I'm guessing a bit of lemongrass, bit of fish sauce, fresh milk. I guess that tenderizes the meat for them. A bit of garlic as well, a bit of pepper, and it's char grilled over charcoal. And they serve it with broken rice. Bit of pork terrine as well, fried egg, whatever you like. Cucumber, tomatoes. This is one of my favourite lunch dishes of Saigon. Let's try it. I love going back to the kitchen here. Pork fat. And they'll just drizzle it with some shallot oil, and they just slowly render the fat off, but the texture of it and the flavour to die for. Bit of cucumber, tomato, lovely char-grilled pork cutlet, some pork terrine as well, bit of shallot oil with that gorgeous fat. Thank you. Come on, you. Now, broken rice is really interesting. What is broken rice? It's the rice that's been polished, that's broken in that milling stage. So they save it on the side. And texturally, Vietnamese love it. And now it's actually quite expensive to buy. You can't complete this dish without this kind of broken rice. How much flavour there? 25,000 dong, just over $1. Now, what I love about street food is that, just say, for example, along this street, you can walk down the street, you can have a 6 or 8 course meal, like a street food degustation or street food court. Check this out. You can have dessert. Pastries are there. But before the pastries, you have your entree or appetizer. Now this, you see the sign, it's called sup cua, which means crab soup with ophel. Ophel is pig's brain. I've got some pig's brain here. Look at that. How appetizing. Oh, pork terrine that's going in the steamer. There's food everywhere. Oh, look at that. We've got crab, we've got egg, we've got shredded chicken in there. We've even got a quail egg in there. Mopsot, huh? You think I'm selling it? Oh, mopsot menu? You know how much it is? Let's charge him 15. Okay, 15 ngàn được không? Okay, 15 ngàn. Good business. Okay, so I've got the soup. I'm going to put a bit of sesame oil in there, a few drops. Drop the sesame oil, not too much. Bit of soy sauce goes in. Nice. Bit of brown vinegar as well, Chinese vinegar. Beautiful. And a bit of coriander goes in. How's that? And I reckon just a little bit of chili as well. Some pickled garlic chili. Look at that, guys. What a great little starter, a great appetizer. Crab soup with quail egg, shredded chicken, and pig's brain. Perfect. Oh, nóng nhẹ. Look at that, my first 15,000. Come on, yeah, bye-bye. I'm going to stay here and see if I can sell any more. Sup cua. Hello, sup cua. The sun's about to set, it's around 5:30, and it's a perfect time for locals to come out and have a little evening entree or snack before dinner. Now this dish is called Bò La Lợp. I'm on Go Yang Street. It's number, look at that, lucky number, 8888 Go Yang. Remember that one. Now this is a betel leaf here. Gorgeous. You probably see it in Thai or Lao restaurants eaten raw, but with Vietnamese cuisine, you get the beef in there and you marinate it with a bit of coriander root, some garlic, a bit of chili, and you wrap it all up, a bit of fish sauce as well, and you you char grill it. And the aroma that comes from these bitter leaves, it's very beautiful, like a sweet incense aroma. Get some rice paper. The rice paper in Vietnam is actually quite softer, not as hard, and it's actually dried in the mist, not dried in the sun. So you see a bit of wet cucumber, just lightly wet it, and it'll soften straight away. Cucumber, green banana, and this is star fruit. So star fruit's a bit tart. You wrap it all up with some gorgeous basil, Vietnamese basil, some fish mint, lettuce leaves, some bean sprouts, and you just wrap it up like that, and you dip it into this very special sauce that Mr. Tan made, which is mum nem, which is made from fermented anchovies, bit of chili, some pounded pineapples as well. A textural delight, unbelievable. Mr. Tan, the chef, he rolls and makes all these little rolls. He's grilling it frantically. People come by with a bike. He parks the bikes for them, runs back. Oh! This is an occurrence I see a lot in Saigon, and there's so many bikes, so much traffic, but you do have collisions, but everyone helps out. There's no road rage, it's an accident, people get up, check if they're okay, and people just get on with it. Now this morning I saw the smaller versions called the bun cot. Here we have the bun cell. This one looks really fantastic. I mean, open air, you got 4 cast iron pans here. And this is a version of the centre, bun cell Ming Chum. And what it is a beautiful batter, spring onions, some rice flour, some turmeric powder, a bit of oil goes in as well. And he's going to cook it on this non-stick pan until it sizzles. A bit of mung beans in there, some pork prawns, bean sprouts, and it needs to be really crispy. You see a really high heat, really crispy, but inside it's nice, soft, and moist. Now the reason why it's called bun cell is because when you put it in the hot pan, it sizzles. It makes that cell kind of sound. Now it's time to find my favourite stall in the evening. This is the middle course. Come check it out. Come check it out. Come check it out. But I'm here for a very special dish, which I really want to make myself. I'll show you what it is. Where is it? I can't find it. I think it's under the table somewhere. Here it is, duck embryo egg or duck fetus. It's been pre-boiled already. I'm going to wok toss it. All right, I'm going to put in a little bit of tamarind because it's quite sour, quite tart. Mix that up. Bit of sugar, so you need to balance that tartness. Bit of salt. All right, so saltiness, sweetness, tartness. Now I'm going to crack my egg in there. Wow. Wow. You're going to let that reduce a little bit. Vietnamese goes on top there. Get rid of the water. She's teaching me how to cook it. And look at this. Beautiful embryo egg with tamarind. Oh, topped with fried peanuts. No, look, it's almost formed. You can see it there. You can see the head. See the head there. You can see the head there. Oh, you have to try this. Now, I've had my entree, my appetizers. This is the main course. This is the wok section. This is where I can hear the wok roar. This is where it comes alive. He's going to do some beef wok sauce called bollock black. Yo how. Bit of oyster sauce, bit of chili sauce, a little bit of butter. This is a bit of the French influence as well. Now, when you put the beef in, you need to see flame. I need him to do some flame, that's it. Nice charred, nice smoky flavour, so you can get the breath of the wok. That's what we're talking about. So garlic, onions, capsicum, bit of salt, bit of sugar, oyster sauce. In Vietnamese, it's called shaking beef. Bollock black. I've been smoked out. Hey, over here, guys, over here. You know what? I've eaten all day. I've eaten on my own all day, all morning, all night. Take a seat, join me, taste this wonderful street food with me. This place is so busy, it's pumping. Flights coming in and out. It's really hot evening. Having this dish with the wok, beef. You gotta have the Vietnamese way, beer with ice. I'm addicted to it. It's really, really good. Very refreshing. Great. Oh, wow. Wow. Now this is one of my childhood favourite dishes. My Auntie Five used to make this for me when I was really young. I love it. It's basically rice flour mixed with glutinous rice flour. It's mixed in a pot with a bit of water, and then it's flattened, it's steamed, and then it's taken out, cooled, cut into square cubes, and then pan-fried. You have to check this one out. A little bit of soy goes in first, a bit of vinegar as well, and then she cracks an egg in it. Bit of spring onion as well. This is a classic Saigonese street food snack. It's really crisp and dark brown on the outside, but when I bite into it, it's a bit sticky, soft, silky, absolutely delicious. Come on, you know. Oh, look, I have to be honest. I was a little bit hesitant to taking you and showing you this place, Banh Mi Huỳnh Hoa, but I'm obliged to because it's really good and it's Saigon's best banh mi store. Now, it's on 26 Ly Ting Ry and they've been here for around 30 years. Now, you find that everyone's coming up with their motorbikes, their partners get up, you line up for hours sometimes, it's that busy. Two ladies started with a small cart way at the bottom there. They saved enough money to buy this whole building. Now, this banh mi place is also called Banh Mi Phô Moi, which basically translates as banh mi lesbian or lesbian banh mi. It's because the two owners are beautiful lesbian lovers. And Huỳnh Hoa has the nickname of lesbian banh mi. You got all the cold cuts there. You got sa siu, you got jia luo, you got the cheese head as well, the head cheese. We got the pickled vegetables, daikon. It's got a bit of everything.
Next time, I continue my journey in Saigon and share my favourite pho restaurant in Vietnam. I discover my very own lunch ladies and try some spicy crab claws that will blow your head off.
The smell, the chili, up the nose, done. That's it. Do it yourself. Crab, chili, salt, street food style.